What's going on, my friends? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today at ADA. Right now we're sitting at $1.21. We're up about 1%. And what I wanted to do was talk about this potential double bottom that we have forming for ADA. And what I wanted to mention was last time, you can see when we actually did bottom, we went from a high of about $2.46 all the way down to $1. And when we hit that dollar, we bounced back up. As you can see, we hit that double bottom here. And then that's what got us moving. We had a bullish engulfing candle, and we got moving to the upside. And what you can see over here is that essentially we've had this double bottom take place now. We need to hold this. So that's going to be an important area for us. We need to stay up above, I'd call it about $1.20, $1.19, right in that area. But this kind of looks similar to what we had back in this range. Now the difference is, and this is what I want to point out that's a little bit more bearish, in this range, this double bottom happened above this 200 moving average. We got a little bit below it, but for the most part, this happened above the 200 moving average. And what we have taking place now, it is below the 200-day moving average. And you can see how far away we've gotten from this 200-day moving average. And sometime you can get that reversion back just because we've dropped so hard, which can be a nice little play in itself. But when we're looking at this on the one-day time frame here, our 200-day moving average is all the way up at $1.82. I just feel like the bears for ADA have ran a little too hard and too fast, and I believe there's going to be some type of reversal coming up soon. May not be at $1.21 here. I have buy orders down in this area around like 103, 102, because I do believe that this support area here is going to hold. We've already been so extended to the downside. I can't imagine people shorting down into this when you're taking a look at this here. So for me, I've been slowly accumulating, like we've talked about, guys, just a small position around like 125. I bought a little bit more at 122, just slowly. And what I like to do is just small orders as the price is dropping. Once we get to these extreme levels, just start laddering in slowly. And as it falls, so if it goes even lower, I'm excited because I'll get more at this lower level here. I just feel like we've went too far, too fast for the bears, and that eventually here we're going to get a nice reversal. And when we do get reversals for ADA, these runs can be amazing. And right now we've already been down, if you take a look at this, 60%. So you can only squeeze ADA so much before eventually we're going to get one of those short squeezes where people are just trying to push it down so much, and then we're going to get good volume and they're going to have to cover, which means they're buying, and it's going to add more pressure. I mean, you can take a look here. ADA last time went from $1.05 up to $3.09, and this took place from July 21st to September 2nd. So it happens really fast. Sometimes it can only be a month or two, and then we get that nice reversal. And you can see how far we've went now, and the time on this as well has been over 3 months. So we're just getting to that point where I do believe there's going to be some type of reversal coming up in the weeks ahead for ADA. That's just my thoughts. We're going to have to see if it ends up playing out. It's important, and you can also take a look here, guys. If we take a look at ADA versus Bitcoin. So ADA versus Bitcoin, what we're trying to do is set this higher low now. So we came down here and we hit a low around 2,568. We pushed up to about that 3,140, and then this is our higher low right here. This is what we want to hold. This was a bullish engulfing candle, and we want to hold around 2,771 is going to be an important area for us. If we can get this 30 moving average crossing through the 50, that would be important for us as well. You can see when we cross to the downside, we've had this huge move. Typically when we cross, we get a nice one to the upside. So always something I like to pay attention to, this 30 and this 50, as well as this 200 moving average. But even if we could get a reaction back up to this 200 here, this could put us back around 3,811 sats there. So it's important to take a look at these things as well. You know, ADA is just one that when it really rips, it rips hard, and then it gives a lot back. And that's why I like to swing trade this stuff, guys. You know, a lot of people will say, why don't you just long-term invest? Because I've been here for quite a while, and I've seen this. I've seen this game where we go straight up, and I don't want to give it all back. Why would I not just trail up a stop loss, and then when I do get stopped out, wait for great opportunities to buy it much lower, and you can double, triple, whatever your bag. You know, and that's the way I like to play this game. I like to swing trade this game. And if you want to have one small longer term holding position that you swing trade around, then you can day trade around your swing trading position. I mean, there's so much you can do in this space, guys. And I think a lot of people really limit themselves by just saying, all right, I'm just going to buy and hold forever. You have to have a plan. And when I see things that go straight up and the relative strength on the 1 days up in the 90s and our stock's completely pinned out, why not put a stop loss in? And if you get stopped out, you take your profit, you patiently wait for a great opportunity, and you can see how overextended we've been getting here. So if we pull this up, our relative strength right now, we're at 40 on the 1 day, and we've had bullish divergence taking place. So we ended up hitting our low here, and this was back on November 26th, and our price was roughly about $1.50. And now what you can see is the price is lower and the relative strength is higher. So we've been gaining some momentum here. We just have to keep this going, but we need big volume. It's going to take volume like this. Do you see these big sticks of volume back in this area here? All through this uptrend, heavy volume. We have not seen that yet. We've seen this lighter volume, which is also important because typically when these downtrends come to an end, you can see how light the volume is. There's just no more sellers. And then here, same deal, down, 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 and you can take a look where the volume's at. So I'm anticipating in the weeks to come here some type of reversal for ADA, but it's one I'm definitely keeping my eye on here, keeping a small position that I'm going to build around. I just think it's going to do really well, guys, and it's one I want you to keep your eye on because there's going to be a lot of tokens that are built on it, and there's going to be opportunities for that. So if you guys like these videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you like ADA. God bless you all. Take care, my friends.